Hello, my name is Megan Landry, and this is a PSA on pubic lice for Health 412. Did you know that the STI called crabs are actually small microscopic insects called lice? When most of us think about lice, we imagine head lice. However, there are 3 different kinds of human lice. All 3 kinds of lice feed on human blood and are transmitted only by humans and not by pets or other animals. They reproduce by laying eggs in hair or clothing. Head lice infest the thinner hair of the head and neck. Body lice live and lay their eggs in clothing and only move to the skin to feed. And pubic lice target the thicker hair of the pubic region. Less commonly, they can be found in other areas with coarse hair, such as the eyelashes, eyebrows, armpits, and chest hair. They are called crabs because of their crab-like appearance. After mating, the female lays individual eggs, called nits, gluing them to the hair shafts. After a week, the first instar nymph hatches and takes its first blood meal from a host. And here we have drawings of the first instar nymph, the second instar nymph, and the third instar nymph. After 13 to 17 days, the nymph passes through all the 3 nymphal stages and becomes an adult louse. Lice are transferred from person to person primarily through sexual contact. And here we have an illustration of the adult louse. The adults live from 3 to 4 weeks. The entire life cycle takes place on the host. If removed, the louse will die within 48 hours. The average worldwide incidence rate of pubic lice is 2%. With an increase of pubic hair removal, the incidence of pubic lice has dramatically decreased. An estimated 70 to 80% of adults now remove some or all of their pubic hair, which has dramatically decreased the incidence of pubic lice. Although they are most commonly spread through sexual activity, they are insects that are capable of moving from person to person through direct physical contact with either the person or their clothing. The good news is that they can only survive up to 48 hours with a source of human blood, and that they are not known to transmit any kind of disease. It is rare, if not impossible, to get lice from toilet seats because they do not survive well on hard surfaces and because of their need for blood. The symptoms are localized itching in the groin region, which tends to be worse at night. It can start immediately or 2 to 4 weeks after being infested. Visible nits and crawling lice may be observed. They may also incite skin reactions that turn red or bluish-gray and create genital sores from biting and scratching. The sores created from scratching may become infected. They are treated with the use of permethrin and thorough cleaning of any materials that may still contain eggs. When their eggs are destroyed, their life cycle ends, making eliminating their eggs of particular importance. The medication to remove the lice can be obtained over the counter, in a cream, or from a doctor. The best way to prevent pubic lice is to avoid sexual contact with an infected person. The only way to 100% avoid getting pubic lice is to never have sex and to never come in contact with someone that has the lice. It is also important to avoid coming into contact with their clothing and bedding. When trying on bathing suits in stores, always wear underwear in case an infected person has tried on the same suit in the last 48 hours. To kill all of the lice on a piece of fabric, it must be washed in water that is at least 130 degrees Fahrenheit. According to the CDC, a person with pubic lice should be checked for other STIs. The removal of pubic hair seems like an obvious way to prevent pubic lice infection, and is backed up by scientific research. One study that involved 3,850 patients, ranging from 2003 to 2013, showed an increase of pubic hair removal from 33.2% to 87.1%, and a decrease in pubic lice incidence from 1.82% down to 0.07%. 94.21% of patients who had confirmed cases of pubic lice reported no pubic hair removal. Removal of pubic hair is usually done for cosmetic reasons, and is most often done by shaving with a razor, although waxing is also very popular. So be careful with who you sleep with, and always have conversations about symptoms that you might have had, or whether you've been tested recently. And be careful with trying on clothing in stores. Again, this has been a PSA about pubic lice for Health 412, and have a great day.